Today I'm going to take you through a full body dumbbell workout using compound exercises only to build strength and muscle. You can do this as a follow along with me using one adjustable pair of dumbbells or a couple of different pairs. For the first section, I want you to choose a weight that you can shoulder press for about 12 reps. I'll be using 15 kilos, that's about 33 pounds per dumbbell. For the second section, you need to choose a weight that you can floor press or bench press for about 12 controlled reps. I'll be using 17.5 kilos, that's about 38 pounds per dumbbell, but you need to choose whatever's right for you. This is the final day of my hybrid series, so congratulations if you've got this far, but let's finish strong and get this done. Let's get a warm up done, 4 movements, 40 seconds each for 1 round, starting with some body weight squats. So feet about shoulder width apart, slight turn out to the toes. Next, we're going to move onto a frog squat to pike. So if you touch the floor a few inches in front of your toes, sink down as low as you can, pushing the knees out, chest up proud, and then stand up tall, drawing the chest in towards the quads, and then sinking back down. Feel that hamstring stretch as you straighten the legs as much as possible, but without losing contact with the floor. And then sinking down, knees out, posturing upright into that frog. Back into that pike, drawing the chest in. Walk it out into a high plank position, take the left foot on the outside of the left hand, turn and reach that left hand up towards the ceiling. Take the right foot on the outside of the right hand, turn and reach that right hand up to the ceiling. Repeat back to the left. We're going to alternate sides. Try and straighten up through that back leg, getting a nice hip flexor stretch. This is a good all-rounder, getting the hips open, but also opening out the chest and upper back. We'll be lying on the back next. For some wipers, arms out to the side, knees at 90 degrees. If you're struggling for space, you can put your elbows at 90 degrees as well. If you're not, you can stretch your arms out wide. The legs only have to drop about 2/3 of the way down and try and keep the opposite shoulder blade in contact with the floor. This is a really good lower back release, and definitely one of my favorite warm-up movements. You might even get a little click in the back. That's okay. All right, let's get into the main workout. Grab your first pair of dumbbells, something that you can shoulder press for 40 seconds. We're going to do 4 exercises, 40-20 intervals for 3 rounds, starting either with a standing shoulder press, or if you'd rather do a seated shoulder press on a bench, that's fine as well. If you're in this standing shoulder press, let's make sure we're not leaning back as we press. So keep the glutes tucked under, ribs almost drawn down. I like to put a quarter turn onto the dumbbells as I come down to the shoulder. Find it's a little bit more comfortable for the elbows. And then I'll flatten my palms back facing forwards as I reach the top of the movement. Control that lowering phase. Bring the dumbbells at least down to the base of your ears, if not gently touching the tops of your shoulders. Let's finish the rep on. Okay, next up, we're going to do a variation on a goblet squat. You've got something to elevate your heels on, that would be great, but don't worry if you haven't, you can just do a closed foot goblet squat. So So we're going to hold the dumbbell fairly close feet. We're going to squat down, upright position. Now if you've got your heels elevated and you've picked a nice close stance, I'd call this a cyclist squat because it works a muscle called your VMO, which is important in cycling, but also important in knee health and support. If you haven't got any of these wedges that I'm using, you could roll your mat up, just to give you a little bit of heel elevation, taking a slightly closer stance than normal, focusing on those quads. Keep an upright posture, try not to lean forwards too much. Okay, if you've got a bench, you can do this next one on the bench. If not, you can do it on the floor like me, or if you've got a cushion, you could prop your upper back up slightly with a cushion to give you a slightly better range of motion for the movement. We're going to do some pullovers. Slight unlock to the elbows. Let's reach overhead, getting those lats stretching. Pulling back over till the dumbbell's over your collarbone, then straight into the next rep. As I said, if you're on a bench, you'll be able to stretch a little bit deeper without the dumbbell touching the floor, or even just a few cushions underneath your upper back works really well for giving you extra range of motion. But the whole workout can be done without. Okay, I'm gonna go for a row now. If you've got a bench, you could do this as an overhand prone row. If you haven't, we're gonna do an RDL and then do 3 reps of a bent over row, coming back to the top each time, doing them in bursts of 3 reps at a time. So hinge, pause, do your 3 bent over row reps for that overhand grip. Come back to the top just to rest the lower back for a moment, then straight back into it. We're doing as many 3 rep bursts as we can within the 40 seconds. Keep the dumbbells nice and close to your center line. I want you to imagine you're pulling out and up with the elbows. Well done. There's 1 round complete. Take a rest. We've got 3 rounds in total in this section. So we've got 2 more rounds of that to go before I give you 4 new movements in the second section. Let's go back with these strict press. Okay, onto the goblet squat or cyclist squat now, using heel elevation if you've got it. Okay, onto the pullovers, using the bench if you've got it. Okay, onto that RDL to 3 rep row or a prone row if you've got a bench. Well done, 2 down. 1 more to go of those exercises before we move on to the second section. Onto the cyclist squat or close foot goblet squat. Onto the pullovers now. Onto the final set of this first section, those RDL to 3 rep bent over rows or a prone row. All right, grab probably a slightly heavier pair of dumbbells that you can floor press or bench press for 12 reps. We're going to move into the next section, giving you 4 new exercises. If you're loving this workout, my TPT virtual studio has even more, including longer follow-along workouts, full structured series, and a huge library of exclusive videos you won't find on YouTube. Whether you're just starting out or looking to take your strength and physique to the next level, the virtual studio gives you more choice, expert guidance, and a clear action plan, so you always know what to do next. If you're ready to keep progressing with more variety, structure, and longer sessions, follow the link in the description of this video after your workout. Lowering with control. If you're on the floor until your triceps gently touch the floor. Obviously, if you're on a bench, you can go a little bit deeper, getting a chest stretch. Again, if you've got a few cushions, you could prop them under your upper back to allow you to get a deeper stretch on the chest. So that was a horizontal press. So let's do the opposite movement, doing a horizontal row next. You can do this with one hand supported on your knee in a split stance. If you've got sturdy dumbbells, you could rest one hand on a dumbbell, or if you've got a bench, you could do it kneeling. So a few options for you. Row the dumbbell up and back towards your pocket. So the dumbbell's not traveling up directly in a straight line. It's actually coming up and then slightly back towards the hips to maximize the engagement of your lats. "20 seconds to switch to the other side. So switching your legs around in that split stance. Onto our fourth movement, we're going to do a dumbbell deadlift. So both dumbbells this time. So we're going to hinge at the hip, but we are going to allow a slight bend at the knee as well. So push the hips back, then the dumbbells start coming to about knee level. You're going to bend the knees and then press through and up. So a Romanian deadlift would keep relatively straight legs the whole time, but this more classic conventional dumbbell deadlift is going to have slightly more knee bend towards the bottom of the movement, which will allow you to use a heavier weight. If you can touch the dumbbells on the floor, great, but if that's causing you to round your back, just get as low as you can with that good back position. Well done. One round done in this second section. We've got 2 more to go. Starting back with that floor press. So we've got a bench press. Okay, onto that single arm row. My preferred way to do these is in a split stance, but with my hand actually resting on something like a bench box, or even if you've got sturdy hex dumbbells like these, you can do it on a dumbbell. "20-second transition, then over to the other side. Onto the dumbbell deadlifts next. I recommend picking a fairly narrow stance for these to stop the dumbbells rubbing up and down your legs. And you have parallel feet, so there's no turn out to the toes on these. Well done. There's 2 down, 1 more round to go, and then that's the workout complete. And that will also be the series complete for those that have been doing the full hybrid series. And if you're already thinking ahead as to what to do next, I recommend considering trying my dumbbell 45 series, which is 16 45-minute dumbbell workouts, again over 4 weeks, mainly strength focused. I'll link day one in the description of this video if you want to continue on and try that after. But let's get this floor press done. Single arm row now. Switching sides. All right, let's get this workout and the series complete with this final set of dumbbell deadlifts. If you've not been doing the hybrid series, but you'd like to give it a go, you can download the free program guide in the description of this video and get back and start from day one. That's the workout complete, and congratulations for those who have just finished the hybrid series and proving to yourself that you can finish things you start, staying consistent and getting the results to show for it. So what next? You could go back to day one and repeat the hybrid series, upping your weight slightly, or if you're ready to step it up a notch, try my dumbbell 45 series, 16 45-minute workouts, mainly strength focused with dumbbells. I'll link day one in this video's description for you to check out, and I'll see you for one of those.